Back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new video here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Denenberg. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, these type of TV show reviews, movie rankings, and a box office breakdown show. Please comment down below. What are your thoughts on the last couple episodes of Andor? I did miss last week's review, so what are your episodes on the last 2 weeks? Thoughts on Andor, the Andy Serkis now getting fully involved into the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button, that's how you support this channel the best way, as well as subscribing is also ringing the bell. So let's get right into it. As I said, I was not here last week again, but I'm never skipping reviews. I always really get mad at myself for missing videos. I missed again on Monday for the box office breakdown show. But I am back again whenever I am available, and I usually am. Again, this past couple of weeks, I've been very busy. I'll be busy, but I'm going to get these videos done now for now on. That's my mistake to you all. My apology, I guess. But I'm not breaking down last week. I'm just going to focus on episode 9 of Andor, which this really is a fantastic show. And maybe I do have a little more emotional investment in The Mandalorian. I can definitely feel that this is the better show. And I love this show. It's very serious. It's a lot of talking, which I love because it's still Star Wars. There doesn't need to be any big fight scenes. There doesn't need to be any lightsaber battles. The show does its job. So there's a lot of storylines going on. Actually, shockingly, Luthen was not in this episode this week. He's not one of the main characters. We ended with him last week talking with Saul Guerrero, which was a really fantastic scene. And they're fighting for the same thing. We're doing it drastically different. I think showing the ins and outs of both the rebellion, the people that symbolize themselves with the rebellion, and the people who align themselves with the Empire. So that aspect of it, I just really loved. Andy Serkis is now in the show, which is utterly fantastic. If you know me personally, I'm a big Andy Serkis fan. He's a really fantastic actor, and for a long time, he was just the guy in the mocap suit doing Caesar, doing Gollum, doing Haddock in Tintin, Snoke in Star Wars. He is a great live action actor, as people have finally been seeing in the past couple of years. Obviously, he was just Alfred in the Batman. He was Claw in both Age of Ultron and in Black Panther. Easily one of my favorite parts of Black Panther was his performance. So he's a great live action actor. So it's great that he's now in his second role in Star Wars, which I clearly is no connection to Snoke. So this episode again, Cassian is still in prison, and you can kind of feel like he just wants to get out of there. And he's trying this whole episode, the back and forth between Cassian and Kino, who's played by Andy Serkis, is the best part of this episode because Kino really takes pride in running all of these prisoners. He believes that everyone's going to get out of there. You can't talk at certain points because the Empire's listening to you. And Cassian's bringing up good points. He's like, you got to tell me what's going on. How many security guards? How can we get out of here? And he's taking it very seriously, but then he realizes at the very end of the episode that he is being lied to. Just love the dynamic and the chemistry on screen between Diego Luna and Andy Serkis. It really is on fire in this episode. And I just love it. The beginning of the episode, obviously the old man, I'm trying to find his name really quick, but he is going to die. Olaf, he's going to die. He's old, and Kino keeps telling him, he's like, you have only 40 days left. Let's keep this going. And he's going to die. And, Cassian can feel like they're not going to start winning these shifts because they have a person on the team who's clearly failing. But Kino isn't allowing him to stop. And, Cassian has this whole back and forth as I guess they live right next to each other where, he's like, how many security guards are there? You got to tell me what's going on at the other place. And Kino just like, I don't know. And I'm just not going to tell you, even if I did know. This cuts back and forth with Dedra interrogating Blix. Really good scene once again, stemming from last week, but it was a great interrogation. It was like the first 10 minutes of the episode. It feels like a one take. Just you really hate Denise Go as Deidre Miro. She's really fantastic in the show, and you really hate the Empire in the show, I think, more than any other Star Wars property to date. I think in Star Wars, they make the villains very cool, which I love. Vader, Sidious, Grievous, those types of really cool Maul, really cool villains. And these are not cool villains. These are people that you hate. They feel like Nazis. It's what these characters were based on. So I love that. Blix obviously doesn't really give an answer. She's like, well, we talked on the radio. She's actually, we're in person with each other 6 times, all these things. And she wants to keep Blix alive because Blix is the only person, only witness who knows what Luthen looks like. That's what's going on. Then Cyril kind of comes out of nowhere after their interrogation. And, Dedra's pissed off. She's like, why are you here? Because, Cyril thinks that he got promoted because of that interrogation. And Dedra's like, I did everything I did for you. If you come to me again, keep stalking me at work, you're going to be in prison. And Cyril's kind of just happy that someone's taking the case that he started very seriously. And just love his back and forth with Deidre as well. Mom for this episode has a lot going on. Again, we go back to the Senate chambers on Coruscant, and everyone's laughing at her, chanting for the Empire, just kind of not listening to her ideas. And she kind of has that scene with her old friend, and that kind of gives some hostility between her daughter and husband, as the husband said that they're old boyfriend and girlfriend, and Mon's like, no, we're just childhood friends, and just the awkwardness of that family kind of continuing. And she's gonna have to pull some strings money-wise. She wants things to go as nicely and clean as possible, but to get what she wants, as Luthen said, you gotta have to get your hands dirty and talk to people who maybe you wouldn't want to talk to. And that's what her friend says, talk to this criminal, I guess, to get the money that she needs. And that's what it takes sometimes. It's not going to be clean. Obviously, the rebellion are good people, but they have to do some weird and difficult things to get what they want. And I do feel like Mon Mothma is the perfect character. She's supposed to be the glorified. She's the good person, trying to do the good thing, doesn't want anything to be dirty or illegal. But Luthen told you, like, stuff has to happen. Stuff has to change. And sitting us around talking about it isn't really going to do anything. So that stuff was really good. We got towards the end of the episode. We got that Cassian scene with Kino. Olaf's about to die. They call the doctor, and they told Kino what was going on. And Kino's like, why wasn't I told of this? This is really unbelievable that I'm not hearing about this. And that's when he tells, Cassian asks for the security guards. Kino tells him, and that's where we end the episode. So maybe Kino will help Cassian escape. Again, one of the members of Cassian's team was with Cassian in Rogue One. Melshi was with, who's like the second lead in his group this episode. Melshi is in Rogue One. He leads one of the squads when Cassian and Jin go to Scarif, so which I liked a lot as well. It's the same actor, it's the same character, which I really like a lot. So we'll see. They'll obviously escape and probably go off together more likely. But I just love this show. The politics, the dialogue, the performances are really great. We only have 3 more episodes left of this show. And maybe it seems like next week we're gonna get the big escape episode involving Cassian, possibly going back to his homeworld and trying to save his mom and ex-girlfriend. Should be very, very interesting. So that's my thoughts on Andor episode 9. I'll be back every Wednesday from now on, breaking down these Andor episodes. Upcoming videos Friday, I really should be able to do an Enola Holmes 2 review. Monday, box office breakdown show. Back here on Wednesday doing an Andor review. And next week, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, non-spoiler and then spoiler review coming out. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys